from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the HJ Heinz Horse Hitch. It's my pleasure now to turn things over to the general manager of the Hitch, Mr. John Dreyer.
Welcome to HJ Heinz Black Percheron Hitch, all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Your linesman today is Mr. Rabo Ninehouse. Rabo is a native of Rocky Mountain House right here in Alberta, and prior to working for the Hitch, Rabo was a riding apprentice working under riding master Albert Clay. He returns here today as the chief driver of the Heinz Hitch, and is very much a homecoming for this fine young horseman. The co-driver today is Mr. Steve Moody from Richmond, Ohio, and the mascot is Mr. HJ. That's not a lot of imagination involved with that name, but it seems to be appropriate. The horses are Percheron horses and are the same breed that the Heinz Company started in business with 133 years ago. For the first 60 years of the company's existence, horses just like these delivered Heinz goods to every store in the city of Pittsburgh as well as other cities in the nation. Horse operations were phased out between 1910 and 1915 as trucks slowly took over. But the Heinz Hitch continues to bring a living history lesson, and while we no longer deliver the products for a young growing company, we do deliver smiles to the faces of millions of our customers all over North America. The horses range in age from 5 to 11 years. All of these horses weigh over 1 ton and some weigh as much as 2,400 pounds. These horses have been gathered up from all over North America and represent the production of the finest breeders of Percheron horses in the world. There are, in fact, 3 Canadian-bred horses in this hitch right now. Our left-hand lead horse is a horse from Manitoba that we were fortunate enough to secure last year. The horses range in height from 18.1 to 19 hands, and they wear a shoe that measures 9 inches to 11 inches across. The horses have a gentle and loving nature that are very spirited and are extremely tough animals. Now, one of the things that the horses had to do many years ago was they had to do all the same things that tractor trailers did today. They had to back up the docks, they had to load wagons, they had to unload them, and the horses had to put the wagons into position to be loaded. Now what I'm going to do is, Rabo here today is going to show you how they would dock a wagon, and then he's also going to show you how they got the horses out of the way while they loaded the wagon, because bear in mind you couldn't block the street while the horses were being loaded. There were other people that had to get through. So Rabo, I'm going to be quiet here. I'd ask you to listen to Rabo talk to these horses and see how a real teamster does this.
Back, back, boys. Back, back. Easy, Prince. Back, back. Just back. Step G, Prince. Oh, step G. Prince, step off. Prince, step off. Back, back, back. Easy, just back.
Look at how those wheel horses are leaning into the britching, ladies and gentlemen. Wheel horses do all the work when you're backing up. The other 6 are along for the ride.
Oh. Back. Easy, boys. Back. Just back. Back. Oh. Step up. King. Step up. Oh. Now remember what I told you, it was necessary to sometimes move these horses as you backed them into the dock, because you would have the whole street blocked by other horses. So Rabo, if you can move those horses, but keep the wagon basically where it is. Step off. Good boys. Step off. Step off. Step off. Step off. Boys. Step off. I wanted him on that side, I probably should have told him I'd really like him to be on the other side of the horses. So Rabo, could you keep that wagon there and put those horses on the other side of the street? Thank you.
Okay, come G. Come G. Diesel. Come G. Come G. Come G. Come on, Leo. Come G. Come G. That's it. Good boys. Come G. Easy, King. Come G. Easy. Come G. Come G.
Now that's teamwork.
Come G. Come G. Come G. Boys.
I'd like to point out there are only about 75 people in North America that can perform with an 8-horse hitch like this, and happily 2 or 3 of them are here today. You will notice the ground people, when you have an 8-horse hitch out on the lot such as we have today, you always have 1 or 2 experts on the ground. Both of these gentlemen can drive a hitch. They both know if something's going wrong, and they're the guys that fix it if something does. The story in and of itself is the wagon that you see in the morning. This wagon is between 150 and 160 years old, and it was manufactured just before or during the American Civil War. No one knows for sure. It was manufactured by the Studebaker Corporation in South Bend, Indiana, and it delivered Heinz products in the city of Philadelphia at the turn of the century. It was taken out of service about 1915. During that period of time, it somehow found its way to central Pennsylvania, where it sat abandoned and uncared for about 60 years. The first refurbishment took place in 1978, and a chainsaw had to be used to cut down a tree that had grown up through the bed of the wagon before they could get it out of the building. This magnificent piece of equine equipment was redone again in 1998 and is now the flagship of the HJ Heinz Hitch. The hitch travels about 57,000 miles a year and makes over 100 appearances on an annual basis. The hitch has been featured at state fairs from Maine to California and every major parade, including the Rose Bowl Parade in Pasadena, the Pegasus Parade at the Kentucky Derby, and of course Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But the parade that we like the best, of course, is the Calgary Stampede Parade, because that's and of course our favorite place up here is right here at Spruce Meadows. It's like coming home when we're at Spruce Meadows, even though we're 2,700 miles from home.
I was 2 years old, 15, I had to sit in that damn thing and step in which way. And that's how we ever. All right, kids, you're on here for a reason.
This will be our last lap around. I'd like to point out that or take this opportunity to invite you all up to our display. We are housed up at the Plaza Terraces at Sunlight Financial, Horse Meadows, and you can come up there and meet the horses up close and personal, ask us any questions you might have, talk to the crew members. We'd like to see you. And the only other thing we got to say is if you liked what you saw here today, remember who brought it to you. It was the HJ Heinz Company, and remember us the next time you go through the supermarket. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
That's all about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Dwyer, the general manager of the HJ Heinz Hitch. You can check them out under the tent in the plaza area. They have the wagons there, the horses are stabled under the tent, and we look forward to seeing you anytime during the show. Again, thank you to John Dwyer and the HJ Heinz Hitch.
Well, so I wonder how we practice wagons like trash. That's why we have to do